and then I hit the KO button. Hell yeah. Dude, how am I supposed to credit voucher away my Eternal Witness?
I mean, what are you getting back with it?
At the moment, nothing, but at the time, Dockside Extortionist.
Oh, yeah, that would have been fine.
And if I had put my Hearth and Home on my Eternal Witness, a lot of shit.
I had a... Oh, my God, yeah.
Still haven't fixed the volume of the KO. What do you mean? We haven't heard complaints about it in a long time. It's down.
I had a Deflecting Swat, Conspiracy Theorist, Treasure Nabber, Solemn Simulacrum, and a Hurl Through Hell. Yes, another removal spell in my hand.
Yeah,
you're
absolutely.
wondering.
Yeah. But as long as you're listening,
I gotta cut some of that
Singing
out of here.
Gamer, who is a singer and thus I can pretty much assume has ears, unlike myself. How's this round 2?
And the battle continues!
Or are your ears still ringing from the KO?
What? We should get that clip from Rurouni Kenshin of just fucking Sanosuke going, "It's time for round 2." It was
And he says the round 2 is fine. Good.
the back when it used to be on Adult Swim, that was like the commercial for Rurouni Kenshin was Sanosuke going, "It's time for round 2." So you heard it like 900 times an evening.
I should really like get one of those, for a while there people were making fun of like Arxis Games new fighting rounds. I absolutely have the technology. Just get a bunch of like nonsense phrases.
Yeah.
Like, "You ain't from Michigan if you ain't done this before." The wheel of fate is turning.
You ain't from Michigan if you ain't done this before. Makes no sense.
Dirt Claw's webcam is en route, but he's leaving for the night. Later. Amazon
Later,
pushed
Dirt.
back delivery date. I hope you got free delivery because of, whenever you pay for delivery and they're like, "Oh, we got to push it back," and it's like, "Refund, please." Cause
Yeah, right, because
if I'm now in the free tier,
what the hell am I paying for?
Sure, keep his hand one out. Pitch Nasik Lebowski.
I bet you nothing, Lebowski, nothing.
No, it's
Tomorrow.
Amazon. They know they don't have to care. Yeah.
Yep, I hear you.
Cool. So I lost. I'm going to go first. I'm going to play Yavimaya and pass it. Actual 4-pod commander soon. I don't have the technology at the moment. So you're getting a 1-pod, but that's a good idea. It's not the worst idea. Also, that said, I don't know where we'd put everyone on the screen. Like, would we have to put our faces over our play area?
Oh, maybe. I'm pitching a bunch of cards here. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Sweet. Take this time to talk to the chillins. Viewers. Actually, I think I wanted to mention something, but I forget what.
Oh, you're on the right side for
You're right!
Rate of Fireside Chat.
Join me in the study real quick. You're not in trouble.
Standing in for Alex is Adam.
Right.
Alex couldn't be on this side of the table today, so...
I take Alex off camera and immediately he's just hilarious.
That's how it usually works. She recognizes the sound of a dog whistle. Duh.
Yeah.
Temple of Malise.
Cool.
It's your turn.
Take this turn, draw this card. Immediately nugget my hand. And play a mountain as I go.
And Wayne. And Wayne. A Forgotten Cave into a Wayfarer's Bauble. It's your
Cool.
turn.
Alright. Draw a card. Cool draw. Hopefully this game, yeah. I don't know, man. Check this swamp. And with my 3 mana, I pass the turn.
What's that cost?
$0. Only my time, but not much. And only a small sliver of dignity. No, actually maintain dignity. Look at all my mana up and I pass the turn. Go on.
Go on.
Also, need any green mana? I got you covered, bro.
Yeah, I will produce 2 green mana to crack my Wayfarer's Bauble. And it's your turn.
Alright. Ooh, that's a good card.
Thank you, it's a swamp.
No, the one I drew, but also...
Oh, okay.
Cinderglade enters tapped unless you control 2 or more basics, which is exciting because it's a mountain. And with my 4 mana, Anger. Who has haste? Swing.
Oh, I take 2.
Hell yeah, that's a go. And I left it on your turn the whole time anyway.
Nice. A mountain into shock and awe. Prosper.
Come at me, bro.
A bitter blossom.
Sweet card.
And it's your turn.
I take the turn. Okay, draw.
Join the Matrix.
Do the necklace. Perfectly adequate lands. Put that right next to my Badlands. No, put that right there because that's a Yavimaya, not a Nurborg. And with my 5 mana, I mean, it doesn't seem like a bad plan, but I assure you it is. Red, green? No. You're the one that can do all 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. Sling Gang Lieutenant. When it enters, create 2 1/1 Goblin creature tokens.
Awesome.
At last. Do you know this is a Goblin deck?
Oh my
I often
god.
forget.
Look at Corval doing stuff.
By sitting his ass out. I create 2. Bam.
I play the Seal of Oricolcos.
All mana up.
This magic card. I'll play a mountain.
Sweet.
And then for 1 and a black, get a bitter blossom.
Hell yeah. And a treasure.
And a treasure. Which is really the reason I did it. And then a...
Oh, there you go. Hey, what was his name that I don't have the ability to scroll up and check? You got those super cool custom proxies. There's a Discord link for you. Gadrick.
Gadrick the Crown Scourge. Scourge the Crown.
Can't attack unless you control 4 more. At the beginning of your end step, create a treasure.
For each non-token creature that died this turn.
Cool.
And then for 1 and a red, I'll get a Conspiracy Theorist. Or, if we're quoting Season 1 of Heroes, Theorist. And I'll swing with a Prosper.
Block with an anger.
Nice.
As one does.
Yeah.
I'm surprised you swung with. It's swung.
Yeah, beginning of my end stuff, I create a treasure for each creature that died.
Okay. You have a treasure. All of my creatures having haste.
Sure. And I exile a Hurl Through Hell.
Nice. Exile target creature. Cool.
And
Makes
then
a lot
I
of
can
sense.
cast it.
Cool. Sacrifice a goblin. That does not say another goblin. For what it's worth.
Yeah.
All right. Draw.
Yeah, most goblins don't care which goblin you sacrifice.
Blood Crypt. I will not pay, so it enters tapped. Sit right there.
All goblins are worth a goblin.
Yeah.
Which is crazy, because this Krenko is definitely worth more than 1 goblin, but it's just a goblin. Dun, 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 dun.
I mean, all these fools have haste. All right, bam, bam, ba-bam, bam. Just tap entirely out. Genesis
Cool.
and swing with the Genesis. I mean, he's a 4/4. That's not much.
I'll take 4.
All right, because it's about to go 34, and the turn.
I lose a life and get a 1/1 Flying Fairy Rogue.
33. I got a token for you if you like.
Oh, thank you.
Just keep in mind that it's wrong because it's
Because it just says fairy and not fairy token.
it says fairy rogue, not fairy rogue token.
And now I cast a Fairy Rogue.
You don't know. Maybe.
Uh,
I mean, no, actually, I was gonna say there's a Festering Goblins. I have the actual card in here because it's funny to me that a card makes the same thing. But I think the card just calls it a goblin. Could be wrong.
1, 2, 3, 4. Sack a treasure and hurl through hell your Genesis.
Makes a lot of sense.
I get a treasure. And now I can cast that for as long as it remains exiled. I'm sure I'll do that soon.
Yeah, you just want it to be exiled.
Yeah.
I just want your Hurl Through Hell to not be usable.
Yep.
And actually, I kind of want the Sling Gang, but yeah.
I'll swing with a Conspiracy Theorist and pay a colorless to discard a card. And if I do draw a card, I'll I'll discard this anger to draw a card.
Cool, cool. Yeah, I'd rather take 2.
Man, look at how I've got all these cards with haste now.
You're welcome. Or wait. No, you discarded it. I know, you got to go right through.
And a Blood Sky Sire.
Nice.
Apparently that card's just going to show up tonight.
Worth.
Use the treasure to pay for it. I attacked with the Conspiracy Theorist.
Yep.
Move to my end step and exile this Theater of Horrors. Man, it's been a while since I've seen that one.
Excellent. Let me read this card.
Go ahead.
Theater of Horrors. And or Nightmares. Nope, not Nightmares. During your turn, if an opponent lost life this turn, you may play lands and cast spells from one card's exiled with it. 3 in a red, deal damage. Yeah, that's good stuff.
And it's your turn. Pretty good.
Draw a card. Hell yeah. Swamp. Sure, why not? Let's do it. A green and a black and a red, and then 2 more. The boy's out. Sack a goblin, obviously. He gets a counter. I draw a card. Sweet. Played a land, right? Must have, yeah. Makes
Possibly.
sense.
Well, it's possible I missed a land draw.
Well, we'll see how that goes. I will also, naturally, move right up to combat and swing with Corvold, which forces me to sacrifice a permanent. So, how about this Goblin token? Which puts a counter on him and I draw a card.
And I block with a fairy.
Makes a lot of sense. One more thing. Bam, bam. Bitter Blossom. What a card.
Nice.
Go ahead.
Well, that seems really good with a Corvold on the battlefield.
Yeah. Lose life, have a fairy.
Yes, lose life, have a fairy. Draw. Yes, it's a swamp. 1, 2, 3. For a Theater of Horrors.
Oh, yeah.
Which gets me a treasure. This might be fun. I don't know if I have time to, like, fuck around with it, but we're gonna try it anyways. For 5 mana, I flip this card around and play Harnfell, Horn of Bounty.
Nice.
I can discard a card, exile the top 2 cards of my library. I may play those cards this turn.
Cool.
With the Conspiracy Theorist, whenever I discard 1 or more cards, I can exile one of them and cast it this turn.
Cool.
So that seems pretty cool. I'm excited for that combo.
Discard 1 or more, you may exile one of them. Okay, at least it's that.
Yeah, so like, but it's like whenever.
Yeah.
So
That's pretty sweet.
like, just cast that and exile 2, and can probably cast those as well.
Yeah.
1 artifact. That's wonderful.
This card holds more power than all 3
This magic
Egyptian
card
gods.
is about to change everything.
This card holds more power than all 3
This magic
Egyptian
card
gods.
is about to change
That James's name was Tit. Like,
This
Tit-
card holds more power than all 3 Egyptian gods, and it's as old as time itself.
I can't
This
magic card is about to change everything. This magic card is about to change everything. Activating Seal of Orichalcos.
Mirror Break. Commander damage.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I forgot my cast of my commander and a commander damage.
Well,
So-
that was almost enough Seals of Orichalcos for my taste. And it's your turn.
All right. I lose life and get a Fairy Rogue token.
Oh, I have to exile a card. It's a deflecting swap,
Nice.
so be careful of that.
I will. If you control commander, you may play. Yeah, new targets for target spell or ability. Oh, cool. Cool. That's a cool thing. I will draw a card as regular.
I mean, so far so good. No complaints.
Oh, yeah.
Well, several complaints, but not about the night. Like, for example, Cruella recognized the sound of a dog whistle.
Yeah. But it's also at our top tier of movies we've riffed.
Yeah, true. It's just one of the more ridiculous things I've seen in a movie.
Yeah. Many choices, and I don't know which one I prefer.
Which makes me believe that she's part dog, and therefore has less of a reason to murder 101 dogs later in life.
I mean, sure, why not? How about a reliquary tower? That's perfectly adequate lands. Yeah, where's my Yavimaya Urborg for mountains? Just to go in this deck.
You just won't stop, will you, Adam?
What's that?
I want an Urborg for green. Okay, we got you that. I want an Urborg for red.
It's true.
Then you're going to build a white deck. I'm like, I want an Urborg for white.
No, first I want Urborg for blue, because there's 3 different cards that destroy all islands.
Yeah, true.
Took a walk today, and you actually made it around the block. Small victories. Hell yeah, man.
Nice. Did you make it around Jenny from the block?
Did you see Jenny?
Yeah, is she from that specific block?
Yeah. With that reliquary tower, Sensei's Divining Top.
Was it Ravnica block?
Was that the last block? No, Ixalan was.
Well, I would like to think that, like, these... Because, yeah, what was the last one? The Midnight Hunt, and now... Vow? Whatever, Crimson Vow?
Yeah.
Are they supposed to be the same, like, plane?
Yes, Innistrad.
Okay. Yeah, so they would technically be a block, because they're more than one
Yeah,
set
it seems
in the
like
same
it.
block.
Like, yeah, and like, yeah. Did walk to the Blasting Sonic Riders OST to my brain. Nice. Let's see. Oh, so many choices.
Do they have the moves? I forget which band has the moves.
Like Jaker.
Yeah. We got the moves. We got the moves.
That specifically is Eskimo Callboy.
Eskimo Callboy. That's the name of it. God damn it. It's so clever, and yet for some reason.
I think the right answer. Well,
It's like
no,
Foxy
okay.
Shazam. You know?
Here's what we do. First we top, and then we're gonna move to combat, which makes a lot of sense.
Ooh, take your top off of the battlefield. Like, tap it, draw a card, and put it on top of your library.
Kind of want like both of these roll bad.
Same lyrics, I mean. We got the moves. We got the moves.
Go like that. All right. Let's move to combat. Swing with Corvold, forcing me to sacrifice a fairy robe, which means I draw a card and put a counter on him. He's got 3. What say ye?
I block with a fairy.
Makes a lot of sense. For my post-combat main phase, I will pay 1 and black or red. Yeah, it's good. We don't have Nurborg. What we want is the green. That's everything's green. 2 mana to drop out a Thornblight Staff.
Dope.
I know, right? I'm excited because then 1, 2, 3, 4, put a Thornblight Staff on Corvold.
Cool.
And now when I'm forced to sack, he sort of has vigilance. Long as it's a creature.
That's interesting.
Pretty neat, and also we can tap deal damage, which is fun.
I'm gonna have you put it on your Sling Gleam because I don't think you're casting anything else, and I want the treasure.
Go ahead. Sure, why not?
You may choose new targets for target spell. Yeah, it seems like it works.
Hell yeah. Okay.
Just you weren't gonna do anything else. I didn't want it to go to waste.
Yeah, equip is an ability. Alex loses life and gets fairy. I'm gonna tap deal damage to a fairy.
You have to pay 2 and
Oh,
tap
it's a
it.
2 tap?
Yeah.
Boo! Okay.
Theater of Horrors gets an Opal Palace on it. And I draw a card for the turn. It's a Dragon Skull Summit. Is it? I don't think it's a Dragon Skull Summit. This lets me play lands and cast spells from among cards exiled with it. So yeah, let's see how that goes first. 1, 2 artifacts. That's not enough. Bomberman.
Hans wants to homebrew Final Fantasy classes into D&D. Nice. I mean, never played Final Fantasy. Well, Final Fantasy is popular AF. Have you seen other solutions? I assume they exist. Are they good? Are they not good?
I will discard my Yeheni
Strong.
to my Harnfell, Horn of Bounty.
Okay.
So it exiles.
Okay.
That's 3. I exile the top 2 cards of my library and may cast them this turn.
Cool.
It's a Magda, Brazen Outlaw, and an Arcane Signet.
Nice.
And then I cast the Yeheni for a treasure. That's 2. 1 and a red for Magda, Brazen Outlaw, gets me a treasure, that's 3. Other dwarves you control get +0 or +1/+0. Whenever a dwarf you control becomes tapped, create a treasure token and sacrifice 5 treasures. Search your library for a dragon card or artifact and put that onto the battlefield. Then shuffle your library.
Cool.
I mean, I guess I'll play the Arcane Signet as well.
Have a treasure.
Get me a treasure. We'll move to combat.
Hell yeah.
And swing with a Varagoth, a Gadrick, a Prosper, and a Conspiracy Theorist. We'll swing with a Magda and a Yahenni. Gets me a treasure when I swing with Magda.
Fair. It's not that much damage.
No. 2, 3, 4, and 5 is 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14.
Wait, hang on. 2, 4, 9, 10, 12, 14. Yeah, okay. My bad, sorry. Go to 20. And one of it is commander damage.
Play an Opal Palace for the turn.
Hell yeah.
Gets me a treasure. I should probably do something about your Sling Gang Lieutenant. Or at least the staff on top of him.
Staff, definitely.
Yeah, I don't know if there's anything. Sack 5 treasures. Go look through my deck for an artifact or dragon and put it onto the battlefield.
Exampled into Magda, or, yeah.
Yeah.
Sack 5. Yeah, that's pretty brutal.
It's pretty cool. I'm definitely not upset I put that card in. Damn! I should have done that when I attacked. Motherfucker. I, like, forget the cards that I have in this deck sometimes.
Definitely.
But, like, I definitely could have just sacked 5 treasures and got the Ember Cleave and put it on a guy that was attacking. Like this 6/4, for example.
Mm.
No, it's just a Noxious Gearhulk. To destroy your Corvold, I gain life equal to its toughness.
Yeah, that's pretty much a given. Oh, it's gained 7. Go to 38.
And it's your turn.
You know, I figured I'd build this deck with a sort of like Corvold dies, Slinking untaps. Doesn't matter. I lose life and get a fairy. I also draw a regular card. Go to 19. I play Cabal Coffers.
Oh, I have to exile the top card of my library as well. It's a Path of Ancestry. Does less in this deck than any other deck I run it in.
Yeah.
Tiefling Warlocks. Not a lot of Tieflings or Warlocks in the game.
Yeah. So as far as swamps, I have 3.
I kind of want to homebrew Final Fantasy classes into D&D. Interesting. What are the Final Fantasy classes? Because normally it's just like here's a character I like in Final Fantasy. Let me pick a class in D&D that most represents it. Minoco Magna. What a cool addition. Happy with that one.
All right.
Her alone makes me want to run Maskwood.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Because then everything I control is a dwarf, and everything in my deck is a dragon.
Yeah. Float 3 black for my first trick. Vampiric Tutor. So for a card, lose 2 life. Go to 17.
I've got 2 D&D characters going, and I still want to build a Drunken Monk.
Yeah.
Like, that one just sounds like the most fun to play. You know how in campaign 2, Sam had that, like, the thermos that would never empty, not the thermos, but the flask that just had infinite booze in it.
Yep.
I would just tell people that there was booze in it when really it's just water, because
Yeah.
I have advantage on performance checks when I'm trying to convince people that I'm wasted.
Yeah. I got 1 Corvold cast, right? So
Yeah.
6. So if I could survive next turn, I could recast him.
Is Land of the Dead in that deck?
Nope. Got so mad running it in my dual color that I didn't even consider putting it in my tricolor. So,
You had a better chance of seeing 7 lands with different names than that.
true.
And it would make you guys to sack to Corvold.
Yeah, but also it's a huge pain in the ass and I hate it.
Okay.
Let's see. Problem is, like, I get 1 search. Yeah.
Yeah.
Isn't like infinite search.
Yeah, there's 99 cards in the deck, and I've got to pick one of them.
Yeah.
Keeping in mind, I hand-picked out the 63 cards to put in.
Yeah. I know. You know. I bet you know. I know.
I'm looking at all my guys, and it seems like my strongest toughness is 4, and that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
I know.
6. Bummer.
Yeah. Yeah, and I mean, how much graveyard res do you have? I don't know. Yeah, it's definitely worth.
Not as much in this deck.
I know, right?
Well, I mean, I've got... not as much in this deck as other ones.
Yeah, I'm trying to find, like, another way to win the game, but, like, this is the only way to hang on. I kind of built this deck for a lot of, like, what you call it? I can put cool shit in, because that will distract you. That will be something else for you to hit other than Corvold. But I just keep not having it. So anyways, I put some mysterious card in my hand. And remember that I got 2 black floating. Oh yeah, top of my deck, that's right. Remember that I got 2 black floating. I tap my Sense of Divining Top to draw a card. And put Sense of Divining Top on top of my library. And with that remaining 2 black, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Your biggest dude is a 4 toughness.
Yeah, these 2 are 5/4s.
Yeah. Cool. Then I guess I use the 2 floating black to throw down that. And then
Monster play.
black. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Of course, Meadow Massacre. Whenever creature an opponent controls dies, I gain a life. Whenever creature I control dies, you lose a life, so my fairy's gonna die.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Yeah. And my Sling Gang Lieutenant.
Oh, and it's minus.
Yep.
Whenever creature an opponent controls dies. Yeah, alright.
Yeah. Creature I control dies, you lose 2 life. Or you lose a life. I lost 2. You go to 36. Sling Gang to the graveyard. You lost 8, so I gain 8.
Yep. Because of this fairy.
And stay right there. Say go with a red and green up.
Upkeep, lose life, get a fairy.
Oh yeah.
Exile a card over on my Theater of Horrors. How many times do I cast Corvold this game? 2?
If by Corvold you mean
Prosper.
yeah, I got 1 marked. I think that's
so
this
just
game.
1.
Yeah.
Okay. Yep.
Even you're confused. You looked at it and he said, "Oh, I'm playing Corvold."
Yeah. I will pay 7 with the Opal Palace
Hell yeah.
to get Prosper with 2 additional +1/+1 counters on him. Play a Path of Ancestry, which gets me a treasure. That's 2. Let's try a good old-fashioned discard this Dragon Skull Summit to exile the top 2 cards of my library, and I can cast them this turn. 1, 2, 3, 4 for a Falconwrath Aristocrat. Costs me 2 treasures to do it. Gets me a treasure.
Flying haste, indestructible. Oh man.
Yeah, and I swing for 4, 5, 6, 7.
Take 7. One of which commander?
Yeah. Your turn. I exile a card. It's a mountain.
Draw some sort of card. Who could possibly know? Let's see.
Take your top off the top of your deck.
All right.
Give your balls a tug.
What are the odds this happens? Throw out that. We said.
Counterspell.
I've got one cast. That'd be 2, 4, 7. Right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then those 3 would be 9. Sure. Let's flip 3 black. Use one of it. 1, 2, 3. Well, not terribly exciting. They're all fine. Go in, I guess, this order. Doesn't matter. That was not a land, which is good. With the remaining 2 black mana, I believe I said? Yes, because you're the one to do that. Okay. 2 black mana, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Corvold. Forcing me to sack something, and I lost and had a fairy, so I should be down 1, sack that fairy.
Makes sense.
Counter for Corvold, and I draw a card. I'll play land for the turn. It's Command Beacon. So I got 2 mana up. And I do have haste on him, but I'm gonna have to sack something else, which is less cool. You got a lot of strike power. Suppose I just have to let that rock, which sucks. Oh, and creature I control died. You lose life.
Yes, I do.
33. Go ahead.
God, it'd be so good with Teysa too.
I gotta remember to hit the fucking turn pass button.
Upkeep, lose a life, and get a flying fairy rogue.
Go 32.
2 of them. This Zorn goes over on the Theater of Horrors.
Nice.
Yeah. Zorn, Zorn, Zorn. I draw a card.
I feel like it's another green creature that'll be like, when it's in your graveyard, creatures you control trample.
Yeah, Brawn.
There it is.
I will discard a Bajuka Bog to exile the top 2 cards of my library, and I can cast them this turn. That's awesome. So we'll 1, 2, 3, 4 for a Vidalcan Foilry.
Already terrifying.
Gets me a treasure, which is great. We will move to combat and swing with a Falconwrath Aristocrat and a Prosper. Prosper is a 3/6.
3/6 death touch, and the sacrifice thing, Falconwrath Aristocrat gains indestructible end of turn if the sacrifice creature was a human. You got no humans around?
Got no humans around.
Alright, I'll block with Corvold.
I'll sack a fairy to make him indestructible.
Makes sense. Creature you control died.
Yep.
Ugly into life. And then lose 3 for
And you take 3, nice. Which allows me to pay 3, get a Zorn, which makes me the 1 treasure for right now. Bring me up to 2 treasures. 1, 2. Wait, that was the Zorn. I can play a mountain for the turn, or I could play this Foreboding Ruins. Enters the. You may reveal a mountain or a swamp. We'll just put it into play tapped, and it gets me 2 treasures. And then we'll get a. We'll just pay for it with treasures, and we'll get a Solemn Simulacrum, which gets me 2 treasures.
Urborg's basic, right?
I mean, if you're okay with me getting an Urborg, let me know.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah, I know. I found out recently I don't run that in this deck.
You can have mine, even.
Go get a swamp. I think that's the end of my turn.
End of your turn, top. Damn it, Urborg.
I exile this unstable obelisk.
Oh, let's see how it goes. It's not over yet. Give it a few minutes, though. I draw some sort of card. I lose life and get a fairy. Go to 15. Thank you. I don't do a land drop. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Are you fucking serious, Adam? Yes.
Another Kozilek.
I know.
That's awesome.
With a mana up. Any sort of counter or anything?
No.
Sweet. I draw 4 cards. Hope there's a land in here. Nope.
Yeah, it's upon cast. Like, even if I counter it, you still draw the 4.
No, yeah, that's right. It's not when he enters the battlefield.
Nope.
Cool. You know what's real cool? Is that he has haste.
That is really cool.
So I'm going to move to combat.
I will discard a... Oh, no, that doesn't work like that anymore. I'll just cast a Patron of the Vein.
Sweet.
When it enters, destroy target creature an opponent controls. Whenever a creature an opponent controls dies, exile it and put a +1/+1 counter on each vampire you control.
Oh, I need a sack outlet stat. Said I'm ending my turn and moving to combat, and you can go at flash speed. Fuck. Yep, fair enough. Kozilek handled.
Way to go, one of my 2 cards in hand.
Well, what are you worried about?
Not much.
I know, right?
The Kozilek for a split second.
Move to combat, swing with a Korvold, force me to sack a Fairy Rogue. Oh, when it dies, exile it or exile it instead.
Exile it and put a +1/+1 counter on it. So I think you still get to shuffle in.
Yeah, I think I get to shuffle everything but him in. I think. Because he's getting exiled. But it is...
It is dying.
Yeah, when it's put into a graveyard, its owner shuffles the graveyard in. So I believe I shuffle the graveyard other than him in.
I think so too.
But I am still moving combat.
Yeah.
With my...
Swinging with a Korvold.
Yep, who made me sack this fairy and I get to draw a card, which I believe I already did.
And-
No, I didn't.
And you get another +1/+1 counter on him, right? So he's a
That's
6/6. I will block with this Fairy Rogue.
Makes sense. Oh, and, okay. So we said Kozilek died. Creature I control died. You lose a life.
Yep. And then
And then I sack that. The fairy, so you lose another life.
And then one of my Fairy Rogues died to blocking. So you gain a life?
Yeah.
Cool.
And Sicko.
Oh, damn it. Vitali goes over on my fucking Theater of Horrors. I lose a life, I get a fairy. Man, I really wanted to play that card. I draw. I mean, that's not bad. What's your life total?
16.
16. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I guess technically I could.
You have it. 5, 10, 13, 16, and more.
Oh, and you're tapped out from
Yep.
this part? Alright.
I got Albana up.
2, 3 for the Unstable Obelisk gets me 2 treasures. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I will use a bunch of the mana to throw a damage at you with the Theater of Horrors, which lets me cast my Atali, which gets me 2 treasures, and then I swing with everything.
Sweet.
Including my Atali.
I drew the Vampiric Tutor, so I could search for something real cool.
Awesome.
You know, probably some form. I don't know. I had this Brash Honor, which would have been fun, but like, you don't have like a big dude.
No, not until the Atali.
Yeah. So I'd probably just have it fight Korvold repeatedly.
Yeah, that's fine too.
Or if I had my super cool Kozilek, that's not attacking. Brash Taunter is attacking it.
Come here, buddy.
Yeah. Oh, dude,
I
yeah.
fucking love that he's got this whole like, go ahead, sock me upside the jaw.
Yeah.
It makes me want to make the like alternate art for Brash Taunter. That's that Hey Arnold episode where he's like, "Don't hit me, I'll hit me."
Yeah. Rip headphone users in advance. That took way longer than expected.